Hello and welcome to Goldtide IAS Academy. Our question number one. Question number one is based on river system. We have river on one side and on the other side we have its origin. First pair says that Godavari river it originated from Brahmagiri mountain range. Second pair says that Koshi river it originated north of Mount Everest in Tibet. Third pair Damodar river it originated from Vindhya range. So here we have to find out correct pair. We have option A 1 only, B 2 and 3, C 1 and 2, D 1 and 3, right? So here our first and second pair both are correct one, whereas our third pair that is incorrect one. So if we discuss about the Godavari river, then Godavari river it is the second largest river of South India and which is also known as the Dakshin Ganga, right? That means Ganga of South. And if we discuss about its origin, then it originated from Trimbakeshwar, which is located in Brahmagiri mountain range and which is located in Nasik, Maharashtra. Hence our first pair that is correct one. If we discuss about the second pair, that is Koshi river, then Kosi river it is also known as a sorrow of Bihar because it is responsible for flood situation in Bihar. And if we discuss about its origin, then it is originated from north of Mount Everest in Tibet. Hence our second pair that is also correct one. And if we discuss about the third pair, that is Damodar river, then Damodar river does not originated from Vindhya range, it originated from Chota Nagpur plateau, right? Hence we can say our third pair that is incorrect one. So our final answer for this question will be C, that is both 1 and 2 pair is our correct one, whereas our third pair that is incorrect one. Now let me have a look into question number 2. Consider the following statement. First, Constitution of India guarantee to all its citizen and foreigner the right to form association or union. Right to form association or union is under Article 19, right? Article 19. Now our second statement, the ILO Convention, Freedom of Association and Protection of Right to Organize has not been ratified by India. So here we have to find out which of the above statement is our correct one. We have option A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, D neither 1 nor 2 is our correct one. Now let me have a look into explanation. So we all know that Article 15, Article 16, Article 90, Article 29 and Article 30 exclusively belongs to Indian citizen only. Foreigner have no right to claim on this right. Hence we can say that our first statement that is incorrect one, because right to form association or union is under Article 19 and which exclusively belongs to Indian citizen only. Hence our first statement that is incorrect one. Now our second statement, India have signed lot of convention of ILO except two one. The first one is that freedom of association and protection of right to organize convention, which is convention number 87, and second convention that is right to organize and collective bargaining convention, which is convention number 98, right? So we can say that our final answer for this question will be B, that is 2 only, because our first statement that is incorrect one. Now let me have a look into question number 3. So question number 3, which of the following most appropriately define the term ecocide? So whenever in English, whenever we have side as a suffix, then that term most probably define the act which is committed with knowledge, with conscious mind, and we already know that there is a potential damage to other person, right? So we have to find out the term which appropriately define the ecocide, right? For example, if I give you example, then we have suicide, we have homicide, we have genocide. In similar manner, ecocide. So we have to find out the act which is committed with concise mind, with proper knowledge that there is a substantial damage to environment, right? So we have to find out that statement in the following statement. We have A, that is excessive use of the fertilizer in agriculture farm which harm the other species which surround them. Second, a systematic and organized search for useful product derived from the bioresource including plant, microorganism, animal, etc. that can be developed further for commercialization and overall benefit of society. So we have already discussed this second statement. Second statement is a definition of bioprospecting. Third statement, unlawful or wanton act committed with knowledge that there is a substantial likelihood of long-term damage to environment being caused by those act. Fourth statement, environment harm caused by invasive species. So we can say that our third statement is most appropriately defined ecocide, right? So now let me have a look into question number 4. Consider the following African nation. First, Zambia. Second, DRC, that is Democratic Republic of Congo. Third, Gabon. Fourth, Nigeria. So here we have to find out which of the above nation is our not landlocked nation. We have option A 3 and 4, B 1 and 3, C 2, 3, 4, D 1, 2, 4. Now let me have a look into map. So here as we can see that here we have Zambia, which is not landlocked, which is landlocked nation, right? Then we have DRC, that is Democratic Republic of Congo. Here we have Angola. Then here we have Gabon, right? And here we have Nigeria. So we can say that our final answer for this question will be C, that is 2, 3 and 4 is are not landlocked nation, whereas our Zambia, that is landlocked nation. Now our question number 5. Consider the following statement. First, Supreme Court should mandatory report to President if President has asked for an opinion related to public importance. Second, Constitution has given power to Parliament to increase the number of judge of High Court. So here we have to find out correct statement. So here we know that first statement, that is incorrect one, because under Article 143, President have a right to seek advice from Supreme Court on matter of public importance, but here it is not mandatory on Supreme Court to advise President. Hence our first statement, that is incorrect one. Our second statement, that is also incorrect one, because whenever they will ask you about increasing number of judge of Supreme Court, then Parliament have power to increase strength of Supreme Court judge. But whenever they will ask you about increasing number of judge of High Court, then it's not Parliament, it's the President who have right to increase number of judge of High Court. And so our second statement, that is also incorrect one. So we can say that our final answer for this question will be D, that is neither 1 nor 2 is our correct one. So this is all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can also post your score below in comment box, and yes, you can also solve rest of 5 question by clicking link below in description. So thank you, see you soon in next video.